Your Daily 180, 180 seconds of pure Bible study.
All right, we're in John chapter 2. Hopefully next week we're going to look at a couple of great lessons that come from Jesus at the wedding feast in Cana of Galilee. But I can't ignore the hurdles because people come there and they can't see anything else because of the hurdles. One was Jesus disrespectful to his mother. We dealt with that. Number two, did Jesus' mother force him into performing miracles prematurely? We dealt with that. And then this idea, did Jesus make intoxicating beverage? And we've looked at a couple of things. One of the things that we've already looked at was the nature of the word wine. It doesn't always mean an intoxicating beverage, all right? But if we're going to say that he did make an intoxicating beverage, we must ignore the immediate context and the greater context of Scripture. Notice that there were 6 water pots, and each one of those contained 20 to 30 gallons apiece. So potentially Jesus made 160 gallons of beverage. Now many people say, well, the people were drunk. Well, that's not what the text says. The text says in verse 10 that they were well drunk, or they were satiated would be a better way of saying it. You know, I love pizza, but if I have, I go to a pizza bar, which I'm not supposed to do, go to a pizza bar and eat and eat and eat. It's like, even at that point, it's like, I don't want to eat anymore. These people were satiated already, and he brings out the best. Now, keep in mind, Jesus makes up to, 120 to 160 gallons of beverage. If it was an intoxicating beverage, keep this in mind. 1 Peter chapter 4, verses 1 through 4, talks about our past lifetime, and we're no longer living like that. And notice verse 3, for we've spent enough of our past lifetime in doing the will of the Gentiles when we walked in lewdness, lust, drunkenness, revelries, drinking parties. In other words, just let the bar flow, let the booze flow with the intention that you're going to get drunk. I want you to think about that. Furthermore, real quickly, we have to ignore the nature of Jesus. James chapter 1 verse 13 says, let no one say when he is tempted, I'm tempted by God, for God cannot be tempted by evil, nor does he himself tempt anyone. If Jesus makes all this beverage alcohol, and if the argument is correct that they've been drinking beverage alcohol, which there's no basis for that, I don't believe that Jesus would be there, because Hebrews chapter 7 verse 26 says he's holy, harmless, undefiled, separate from sinners. He provides all this beverage alcohol. Just think, you don't think someone there would be tempted? Whatever you consider drunk is, and I believe the first drink is wrong, and I can make that argument in future lessons if necessary. But let's say you say, no, it's 5 drinks. You don't think someone would be tempted to have that 5th drink, 6th drink, 7th drink? Well, the reality is, if that were the case, then Jesus would be tempting people to engage in that which is absolutely sinful. Join us again next week as we look at John chapter 2.